Unbeaten since the last episode, but as you can see we've drawn the last 2 games, and on today's episode we face an even bigger challenge, Newcastle United in the FA Cup 5th round. Can the fairy tale continue? Hello and welcome to episode 34 of They Tried to Bury Us on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, as I've indicated in the intro, that FA Cup 5th round tie at home to Championship leaders Newcastle United, and the Vanarama National League game at home to Southend United. So let's get straight to it, and the team to face Newcastle is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for that massive FA Cup tie against Newcastle United, and it is right in goal, back four of Ismail, Wildman Armour, Hamoud and Abdul Salem, McMahon Brown behind Bridge and Carr in midfield, Namai on the left, Chimaziri on the right and Ladapo up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant manager wants me to say there's no pressure on any of us. Go out there and play with that freedom. I think he's absolutely spot on. So I am going to outstretch the arms and agree with him. And let's get out there and see if we can pull off an upset. So we'll get the match underway, and I'm not going to do anything regardless of what happens in the opening 10 minutes, given that we are massive underdogs. Yes, we've knocked out Premier League opposition already, but Newcastle are technically a Championship side, but they are absolutely romping it and will be back in the Premier League next season. So they are every bit as good as any team we've faced in the FA Cup so far. And they are on the attack down the right hand side for Gusto. Gusto's cross, and that's a brilliant save from right, and the follow-up is off target, thankfully. 20 minutes gone. We've managed to so far keep him at bay. Abdul Salem with a throw in, gets the cross in, it's headed away. Ibanez, Miley, and now we've won it back. McMahon Brown to Wildman Armour. Ismail down the left hand side for Namai. Namai gives it away to Kessie. Played forward, and Tell on the right hand side, bursting forward, gets his cross in. It's a deep one which is headed back, and Kessie doesn't get all of it, but gets enough of it, and it is Bury 0, Newcastle United 1. So we've gone behind and probably deserve to be behind. Ishmael, though, with a throw in for Bury, gets it back, crosses it in, and the header is just wide from Chimaziri. Highlight comes to an end. And as it stands, we're going to go in at half-time with a 1-goal deficit, which is about right on the balance of play. But we're going to need to make some changes to try and put some pressure on Newcastle for the second half. And that is half-time. We're only 1 goal down. So keep going, we can win this. We're only a goal down. And now you can come off Chimaziri. We'll bring on Ryan Francis, actually. In fact, no, we'll bring on Brody Pert. And I will take Ladapo off and bring on Ryan Francis and Kelly Namai for Milenik Ali. We're going to change the whole front three, and also Wildman Armour as well. So 4 changes, and we'll bring Stanton on for him, and let's go. Second half underway. Can we turn it around? As Newcastle have a free kick. Tell to Andre, and the ball's ended up in the back of the net from Calafiori, but It's disallowed for offside, and it remains 1-0 Newcastle. So demand more. We've only got one more sub remaining. We're going to leave it as long as we can. It is going to be Ishmael. I'm not going to go attacking yet, as that's clipped in, and the header is over the top, and the highlight comes to an end. And I think I'm going to make that change now, probably. In fact, we haven't got a direct replacement for Ishmael. So it's going to be McMahon Brown is going to come off instead. And we'll bring on Ollie Eagle. And as I'm making that change, AJ Bridge has the ball in the back of the net. And it is, remarkably, Bury 1, Newcastle United 1. Yes, I'll make the change anyway. And now Abdul Salem plays it forward to Pert, who plays it back into his own half. Hamoud, ball forward is headed clear, flicked on, and Stanton wins it, but then gives it straight to Gusto. Trincao plays it left to Martson. Martson's pullback. Tom Bischoff scores for Newcastle, and there's no reprieve. It is Bury 1, Newcastle United 2. I think now we go attacking and try and get back into the game. So demand more. Abdul Salam with a throw-in. Carr to Hamoud. Pert into Francis. Abdul Salam plays it down the line for Brodie Pert. Brodie Pert turns but gives the ball away. Played forward again though for Bury. And Pert wins it. Played to Abdul Salam. Can he get the cross in? Finds Brodie Pert, who does cross it. And it's headed away only as far as Ishmael. He has found the back of the net. And with 70 minutes gone, it is Bury 2, Newcastle United 2. And we are giving them a hell of a game. We've got no more subs left. So we need to avoid extra time at all costs. Although we will get an extra sub if it does go to extra time. Pumped forward. Gusto wins the header. Ibanez to Calafiori. Back with Ibanez. Miley to Debo. Andre to Debo. Played forward. It's given straight to Milenik Ali, who clips it out to the right wing. Brodie Pert's pullback. Hammered clear. Only as far as Eagle. Laid off to Abdul Salem, who plays it into Brodie Pert. His cross. And Milenik Ali hammers it into the back of the net. 79 minutes gone. Bury 3, Newcastle United 2. And the fairy tale is back on. Can we hold on? I'm going to drop back now to positive. And hopefully we can hold out for the last 5 minutes of the 90. And pull off another shock. Now, Ishmael into Bridge. Ishmael again. He's taken out. And we've got ourselves a penalty. Who's going to take the spot kick? It is Bridge. And if he scores, we're through. Bridge steps up and scores. Bury 4, Newcastle United 2. Surely now we're going through to the 6th round of the FA Cup. Into 5 minutes of added time. It's not going to be enough for Newcastle to come back, I don't think. Hall, though, crosses it deep, and the header is over the top from Gusto. The highlight comes to an end, and we're into the final minute. And there is the full-time whistle. Bury 4, Newcastle United 2. So we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. And I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time a home game in the Vanarama National League against Southend United. Team for this one, right in goal, back 4 Fisher, Wildman Armour, Mullen and Abdul Salem. McMahon Brown behind Davis and Diallo in midfield. Namai on the left, Francis on the right, and Chimaziri up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant manager thinks we're doing well, we're on a good run, keep it going, shall we? After that heroic performance against Newcastle, I think he's spot on. So I'm going to pump the fists and agree with him. And let's get out there and do it. So as always, first 10 minutes, we'll see how things go. We will then react accordingly if we need to make any changes. And as you can see, we are currently 8 points clear of second place Cheltenham, and we need to keep an eye on how they're getting on. They are away to Accrington, so we could do with Accrington doing us a favour, and then we could take a serious stride towards securing the title and automatic promotion as well. Manama plays it into the box. Young is able to gather that one though very easily under no pressure. He's put it down, thumped it over the halfway line. We've won the header. Davis to Diallo. He plays it out to the right. Francis controls, turns, plays it to Diallo. Into Davis, back to McMahon Brown. And Fisher with the shot. And the keeper tips it wide. Corner to Bury then. And it's a Fisher in-swinger. So it's a left footer into the box. Header up rather than away. Highlight comes to an end. 20 minutes in. We've had much the better of it. Southend yet to attempt even a shot. And Abdul Salem feeds Francis. Clipped into the area. Header away. Abdul Salem. Back to halfway and Mullen. Abdul Salem again. And he's given it away. Francis wasn't able to get there. James to Blacker. One back but given straight to Stevenson. And Mohammed with the launched ball forward. Jaram on the edge of the penalty area. Cuts inside and forces the save out of the keeper. And in fact he didn't. It was straight over the crossbar. I thought the keeper got fingertips to it. Now Fisher into Namai. He's taken out and it is a penalty and a yellow card. Abdul Salem steps up for the spot kick and sends the keeper the wrong way, and it's Bury 1, Southend United 0. 29 minutes gone, so we've got the lead. And let's have a look at Accrington versus Cheltenham. That is still 0-0. So the gap's now 10 points. Ball into the box. Diving header clear. Only as far as Namai. And his cross headed in by Abdul Salem to make it Bury 2. Southend United 0. We're absolutely on our way to 3 points. And Accrington are doing us a favour at this point. They are winning 1-0. And that is as much as we can ask for. Francis bursting down the right hand side. Shoots. Hits the inside of the post. It's cleared. Chimaziri picks it up. Finds Fisher. Highlight comes to an end. And that should be enough for half time. And indeed is. 2-0 up at the break. Abdul Salem with both goals. So, doing well. Definitely another gear, though. And let's see. Right, Abdul Salem needs to come off. And we will bring on... It's going to have to be Ben Stanton. It's not ideal. He prefers to play centre-back. And my second change is going to be in midfield. And it is going to be Martin Davis for Ollie Eagle. And I'll swap him with McMahon Brown. And actually, maybe not. Maybe I will leave it like that. And that will do for now. So into the second half. And a chance to potentially stretch the lead in the game even further. And now, Wildman Armour to McMahon Brown, who gives it straight back. Played out left to Fisher. Back to Wildman Armour. Goes right this time to Mullen. Stanton, who finds Francis round the corner to Diallo, who turns back. Mullen into McMahon Brown. Back to Mullen. And Wildman Armour goes long over the top. Should find and does find Namai. And Dan Chimaziri gets his 16th of the season. And it is Bury 3, Southend United 0. We've played 1 minute of the second half. And surely now we're out of sight. Stevenson with a throw in. Gets it back. Jarram's cross. And the header from Blacker is over the top. And the highlight will come to an end. Now, right with the goal kick to Wildman Armour. Finds Fisher over the halfway line. Fisher to Namai. Steps inside. Clips it out to the right hand side. We lose the header. Blacker comes forward for Southend. And he's got it back. Blacker crosses it in. And that's a penalty. Wildman Armour concedes it. And it's Glennon to step up. Glennon from the spot. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Southend back in it at 3-1. And now, question is, do I need to make a substitution to try and switch the momentum back our way? And that is a brilliant claim from Wright in goal. Can he launch us on a counter-attack? Surely he's going to bowl it out. No, goes long. Straight down the middle. We lose the second ball. And now, Jarram down the right-hand side. Holds it up. Finds Keller. Keller shoots off the inside of the post. Blacker dispossessed, but McDonald has it. And then the highlight comes to an end. And I think I'm going to take Fisher off. And in fact, I'm not. I'm going to take Namai off. I know he's playing well, but he's tiring. We'll bring on Ali. I'm going to bring Pert on for Francis. And we're into the last 10 minutes. So I'm now going to take McMahon Brown off. And bring on Ladapo. And I'll play Chimaziri deeper. In fact, I won't. I'll play Ollie Eagle where Ladapo is. And Chimaziri where Milenic Ali is. Milenic Ali where Ladapo is. And we'll go with that. So we're into 7 minutes of stoppage time. Leading by 3-1. And Fisher now with a throw in for Bury. Plays it to Ali. Fisher again. Chimaziri releases Ali, who clips it in. The header from Ladapo. His 15th goal of the season. It's Bury 4. Southend United 1. And that absolutely puts a seal on it. And that is full time. Bury 4. Southend United 1. I'll be back to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode in just a moment. Okay, here is the league table, and as you can see, 38 games played, so 8 remaining, 24 wins, 11 draws, just the 3 defeats, 83 points, 8 clear of second placed Cheltenham Town. So let's take a look at when we're going to come back, and the stars have aligned perfectly. We've got our FA Cup quarter-final tie away to Brighton and Hove Albion, followed by a home game against our nearest title challengers, Cheltenham Town. So those are the 2 games I'm going to show you on the next episode. And if you've enjoyed this one, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.